Coucou tout le monde, it's Sarah, and you're bored. I know, but here's why you don't have to be. I know it can be really hard to be stuck inside all the time, but in order to keep everybody healthy and safe, it's so important. So instead of going out of your mind, here are 50 ideas of ways to keep you entertained and be productive while you're at home. Since my channel is travel and lifestyle related, a lot of these ideas are going to go along with this same theme. So if you're anything like me, hopefully you'll be able to find something in this list of things that you will be able to enjoy during your time at home. So enough of me, let's get started. Read that book that you've been wanting to read but has just been sitting on your shelf for the past couple of months or years. Treat yourself to a spa night as many nights of the week as you want, since you now have time for a lengthy bedtime routine. Similarly, now that you have more time in the morning, start your day off with a gratitude log or meditation to get things started on the right foot. Or start a dream journal. Who knows, maybe you're dreaming up the next New York Times bestseller. There's another idea. Write a novel. Or, if that sounds daunting and boring, write short stories or create a blog. Back to the spa thing though, don't forget your hair. Give yourself a trim if it needs one, or do a DIY hair mask if it's in need of a little extra TLC. Learn how to make yourself a bomb-ass cocktail. Some of us may be drinking a little more than usual while stuck inside. Not me, of course. Why not make it the best pina colada or quarantini that you've ever had? Plus, it's a skill that you can use at your next party. Learn a language. There are so many ways to learn a language in today's world. My number one recommendation is Duolingo. I know you've probably heard people talk about this before, but it truly is one of the best options out there for learning a new language. If you've already learned a second language in maybe high school or college and have barely used it since, dust it off and refresh it. Duolingo also offers an exam type test-in option where you don't have to start from the very beginning. Rearrange your room. Out of boredom, my girlfriend has not only rearranged our room, but our entire apartment, and she's had a lot of fun doing it, and honestly, the place looks great, so give it a try. Get crafty. Paint, doodle, color in a coloring book. Upcycle things in your home. Find some decor or furniture that could be given a little bit more life, and voila. My girlfriend, for example, speaking of her rearranging the whole entire apartment, ordered a new TV stand for our living room, and in order to make the coffee table match, she upcycled it. So now the TV stand and the coffee table have matching colors. Organize your closet. I know personally my dresser drawer is also in need of some reorganizing, and during a normal work week I would never want to do that, but while in quarantine, why not now? While you're hard at work cleaning out your closet, donate some of those clothes. Depending on where you live, there might be a halt on clothing donations and other donations because of coronavirus, but you can still gather up some things that you want to donate in the future. This might sound really lame, but create some outfits. I've almost completely forgotten how to dress since I've been in sweatpants and sweatshirts almost all of quarantine, so figure out some cute combos that you can wear when you're able to hang out with your friends again. Bonus points if you use an item that you hardly wear or you haven't figured out how to perfectly pair it yet. Okay, my travel peeps, this is for you. Use this time to plan your next trip. I know things are super uncertain right now, and maybe you've already had a trip planned that got canceled or delayed. You might not know the exact dates, flights, hotels, or anything like that, but think about where you'd want to go next. Research for your trip. Don't just think about where you want to go and with who. Learn about the culture, Google what things you need to try, and figure out what it is you want to see while you're there. Now, if you're like me and you really want to be organized on your trip, create a Google map. I've done this on so many trips, and it's a great way to map out specifically what you want to do, see, and eat while you're in a specific city. It's free to do, and if you want more information on how to do this, comment below and maybe I can make a video on the best way to set up a Google map for travel. If you're not even sure where to go on this mysterious trip that you're planning, get inspired by watching travel YouTubers. One of my favorite YouTube channels for travel is Damon and Joe, and now they also have their own YouTube channels that you should definitely check out. They have a ton of fun videos and educational videos on travel. If you're not super big into traveling but want to see new places, use YouTube as a way to virtually travel. Discover travel YouTubers that you love that will take you on tours of places without ever having to leave your home. There's also a ton of national parks and museums that are offering free virtual tours right now during the pandemic, so definitely take advantage of those options. If you're not trying to get so far ahead of yourself and start planning for your next trip, why not reminisce on old trips you've taken? Take a scroll back in your camera roll and reminisce on all those fun times you had back when we weren't all stuck inside. And if you want to take it a step further, reminisce on old trips you've taken by creating a travel Instagram. It's a great way to retrospectively document your trip and also rediscover some forgotten memories. You can follow me on Instagram at EverythingSara. Or look back at your memories in a more old-fashioned way by creating a scrapbook or memory box. Here's a memory box I made of some things I kept from a recent trip to Philly. Make a travel bucket list. I have one of these. I actually have two of these, and they're super useful when thinking about what trip you want to go on next. I have mine divided into US travel and international travel, so that when I want to do a small trip or weekend trip, I can look at my travel bucket list for the US and pick where I might want to go, or if I want to do a bigger trip, I can look at my international travel bucket list. Along the same vein, you should make a bucket list of things you want to do in your own town. Even though you won't be able to start on this until things calm down with coronavirus, it's a great way to get started on keeping track of things that you want to do and see in your own community. On my bucket list for Washington, D.C., I also have a ton of restaurants and food spots listed that I haven't been to yet. Sort through your makeup bag and get rid of any expired products. Just find this little symbol, and the number indicates how many months you should be keeping that product. While you're at it, deep clean your makeup bag. That thing's nasty. You can also wipe down your products, especially your eyelash curler. Start a new workout at home that you've always wanted to. I know it's quarantine, no one feels like doing anything, I don't feel like doing anything, but I've really found that exercising a little bit can really brighten up your day when you're stuck inside. Virtual workout classes are also a great option for anyone who's maybe felt self-conscious or have been too afraid to commit to a real in-person workout class. You can try out things like yoga, Pilates, kickboxing, HIIT workouts, all from the comfort of your own home, and decide then if you really want to do it after quarantine is over in a real classroom. Stretch. Whether you're an avid exerciser or a couch potato, most people are not giving stretching any time of day. So whether it's just for a few minutes or if you want to try to learn how to do the splits, give it a go for a few minutes a day. This one might sound a little scary when a lot of us are experiencing unemployment or furloughs or other things due to the coronavirus, but take a look at your finances. Figure out if there's a place you can cut back, set a savings goal for yourself, and maybe learn about investing. Right now is a great reminder of how important it is to have a savings, especially an emergency fund to fall back on for, unexpected things like a pandemic that sweeps the entire nation and globe. Speaking of joblessness, this is a perfect time to update your resume, LinkedIn, website, whatever it is you use to get jobs. Even if you're in a stable place with your job right now, when was the last time you dusted off your resume or updated your LinkedIn with the latest things you've been working on? Want to boost up your resume even more? Take advantage of all these reduced price or even free courses and online tutorials. You can learn skills like photography, video editing, and so much more that will only help boost up your resume. Throw a virtual movie party. You're bored of Netflix, I'm bored of Netflix, I get it. But my friend told me this amazing idea where she used the browser extension Netflix Party to throw a virtual drinking game. That sounds fun, right? Grow plants. I may have hit a crazy quarantine low, but I thought it would be fun to grow a lemon tree from a lemon that I used the other day. I'm serious. All you have to do is Google how to do it. There's also tons of YouTube videos that can teach you how to use your old seeds from fruits and vegetables you buy from the grocery store to plant your own. If you already have plants, you can also try propagating them. This is really popular with succulents, and there are tons of YouTube videos on how to do it. Essentially, it's when you take your already grown succulent, you pick off some leaves, and then you can grow new plants from those individual leaves. Pretty cool. Organize your computer. So you've already rearranged your house and organized the kitchen. Now what about your tech? I hope I'm not the only one whose photos are a mess on their computer. And if so, hi, I'm Sarah, and my photos are a mess on my computer. Anyway, I've been organizing them by year, month, and date so that I can have things readily available as soon as I need them. Download TikTok. This is more of a time filler than a boredom solver per se, but you can still learn a ton of things and entertain yourself while mindlessly scrolling through your feed for literally hours. And it's way easier than actually having to choose something to watch on Netflix. Am I right? I've personally become a big fan of TikTok during quarantine, and if you want to see me test out some hacks, some viral TikTok hacks like clothing hacks, hair hacks, beauty hacks, and other things, subscribe because some of those videos are coming very, very soon. Puzzles. If it's one you like, you can frame it and use it as decor. Refresh an old skill or hobby like knitting. Learn a new skill like crocheting, or personally, I want to learn embroidery. Plan upcoming gifts for your family and friends. With all these crafty things you can make at home while stuck inside, plan on some of those to be gifts for your friends. Remember 2 ideas ago when I said to refresh an old skill like knitting? That was a personal example. So if any of my friends are watching this, I hope they'll be happy to hear they will be receiving a beautifully hand-knitted scarf by moi. Practice an old instrument or learn a new one. This may seem a little obvious, but if you're truly bored, learn something. I'm human and I get bored too, but honestly, I could put so much energy into learning new things, it's crazy. Like anything that you say to yourself, wow, I should learn more about this topic. Or dang, I forgot all of this from high school. Look it up. That way, the next time you're having a conversation with someone and they bring up Marxism or Roth IRAs or the Electoral College, you'll actually be able to participate. Can't cook? Learn how. It's so easy to follow a recipe and so easy to find recipes on the internet. If you're a horrible baker, practice and improve. Start a YouTube channel. It's a great time while you're home and have extra time on your hands to really put in some energy and work into your channel and make it something that you're proud of. Get some old magazines lying around your house, cut them up and put them on a big canvas or piece of paper in order to spark inspiration or motivation for something. If you're looking for something a little less moody, colorful, and more straight to the point, make yourself a goal board. This goal board can be goals that you have for the next year, the next 6 months, the next 5 years, or just during quarantine. What do you want to get done? What are some things that you want to put on your quarantine bucket list? Write them or paint them or however you want to do it and have it there as a reminder to yourself. Speaking of making lists of things, start a bullet journal. This is something I started a few years ago and have kind of fallen on and off the bandwagon of doing, but a journal is a really, really great way to organize your thoughts, plan for things, honestly just doodle, do whatever you want. The whole idea of a bullet journal is to not have to worry about going line by line. You can create boxes or shapes or doodles or really make it freeform and personalized to what you need in a journal. If you're less of the doodling, freestyle journaling type, you can also just journal. In these uncertain times, it's really important for us to be keeping a check of our mental health. A great way to do this is by writing our thoughts, feelings, emotions, worries, or really anything that comes to mind. That way you can get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you're going to give any of these ideas a try. I upload videos every single Wednesday, so if you don't want to miss any, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. À la prochaine!